We take too much for granted in this country. We need to change that. We need to start taking politics more seriously. Everything is at stake. We seem to be disconnected from that simple reality. Freedom, democracy, personal rights, people take these things for granted. They shouldn't. There is nothing inevitable about freedom and democracy. Billions of people live under the rule of authoritarian, autocratic regimes. Murderous dictators are more common than democratic leaders. There is nothing exceptional about our society. We need to stop taking our rights for granted. At present, the government has no obligation to respect your rights. The Bill of Rights Act is little more than a glorified suggestion. We need to make it supreme law. We need to give it teeth. We need to restrain the power of the state before it is too late. The government can trample any of your rights at will. We need to ensure that can never happen. People take their economic prosperity for granted. They assume they are entitled to first world living standards and will always have them. Of course, we are not fundamentally better than the people we see languishing in extreme poverty on TV. We are just like them, and if the wrong decisions are made, we could easily end up like them. If you want first world living standards, you need to retain a first world economy. It is that simple. We cannot continue to expect first world living standards when we are running a primitive agricultural and tourism-based economy, the kind of economy you would expect to see in the third world. We need an advanced, modern, technological economy. The government needs to pursue pragmatic, forward-thinking economic intervention to build that economy. Support promising businesses and industries with targeted tax cuts, preferential contracts, and low-interest loans. Make a serious effort at building a modern economy. We are not entitled to prosperity, we need to create it. We must never forget that reality. We must stop taking our security for granted. We like to assume that nobody would ever want to attack us. We tell ourselves that nobody has a good reason to attack us. As if warmongers ever let the lack of a good reason stop them. In the 1930s, many New Zealanders felt safe. In the early 1940s, enemy commerce raiders were in our waters. We need a capable military to present a credible deterrent. We must ensure that risks associated with attacking us heavily outweigh the likely gains. The rules-based order is collapsing, the international alliances are beginning to fracture. We can no longer take our security for granted. That is a privilege that belongs to a bygone era. We need to get serious about governance. We need to stop taking things for granted. This nation can have a great future, but we need to take the right steps to ensure it does. Nothing is guaranteed to us. If we want a great country, we have to build it.